Started my company in Hoboken, New Jersey, back in the late 90s. Started with a single condo and worked from there, built a nice portfolio in Hudson County, New Jersey, and then rapidly grew my company from those beginnings into a mid-Atlantic wide operation between New York, Delaware, and Maryland, soon expanding from there to Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Ohio, Wisconsin, Illinois, Pennsylvania, and a few others in there as well. My investment focus is always on the value add real estate. So we have an opportunity to add value through renovation, through cleaning up operations, stabilizing on properties that don't see necessarily a full rent roll or are maximizing rent rolls. So that's where we find a lot of great opportunities. Our primary bread and butter and where we make all of our best investments is on things like we're talking about here in Columbus with the value add multifamily properties, where we can get in there, do some renovation work to the apartments, fix up the building infrastructure, roofs, sidewalks, landscaping, and really start to push rents through organic rent growth. What I love about this property is that we're going in at an amazing cap rate, an 8.1 cap rate. That's phenomenal, right? Buying a property of this sort of asset quality, the townhouses being relatively well maintained in a good market that's growing, we're going in at a great starting point. The in-place income is not what it should be. It's already suppressed. The expenses are already elevated. So we have a lot of opportunity to lower expenses. We have a lot of opportunity to raise income. And as we do both of those things, our NOI is just going to increase rapidly. I'm very bullish on this particular investment. In general, Columbus is great. We've picked a property very strategically and we were very fortunate and very lucky to have this deal come to us. Columbus is a very strong market. You got the Ohio State there. Intel is building some new chip manufacturing plants there. There's a lot of onshoring that's happening with our high technology and infrastructure here in the United States, and Ohio is a big beneficiary of that. So we were looking there, and lo and behold, through a broker relationship I have here in New Jersey, we were able to get an inside track on a property for sale in Columbus. It's the owner is older, looking to downsize his portfolio. He's well into his 80s, and this is a property he's owned for over 30 years. He's maintained it well, but he hasn't pushed rents very hard. So when those combinations of things take place, that's our opportunity. That's how we can come in, do the hard work that's necessary to push the rents. For instance, he hasn't really raised rents much in the last 5-6 years. So the rents were below market, just organically. Through our involvement, prior to closing, we were able to have him push through a $100 rent increase across the board on all new applicants. It proved out our value add proposition that the property can sustain an increase in rents of at least $100, and we believe that there's more to be had. We are a little bit unique in that we are a primarily townhouse community. There are other townhouse communities in the vicinity of us, but none of them that will have as many townhouses available, and not all of them will have finished basements. A finished basement's expensive. It's expensive to excavate the dirt. It's expensive to build the foundations. We are not just a 2 or 3 bedroom townhouse. We're a 2 or 3 bedroom townhouse with a whole level that is bonus. And with our finished basements, we have family rooms down there. We have home offices. The basements are structured such that they have an equivalent amount of space as the floor above is down below. So it's a whole nother floor of living as a bonus, and not everybody can compete with us. So even in the event that we have another townhouse community, and even if we are similarly priced, we will be the beneficiary, because when they realize that we have a full finished basement, people are going to come to us. local property management group that we've been working with on our other property in Cleveland. The group is called RHM, and they're great. We work really well with them. They're small and entrepreneurial, but they're large enough to have an infrastructure. So we want the best of both worlds. We want a group that will pay attention and listen to our goals for the property management and help us implement our business plan without getting in the way. A large property management group tends to be very rigid in the way that they operate. And with that, they tend to have pushback. This is a small entrepreneurial group. They get it. They understand that what we're here to do is to create value for our investors, and they're on board. But at the same time, they have about 10,000 apartments under management with infrastructure to help support us if necessary. So we've got a great group. They're helping us on our other property do the exact same thing that we're doing here. And we just anticipate this being a version 2 of a project we're already well underway on. Yeah, Bossier City. Wow, what a great property. It's actually been going better than we expected. It usually never happens. Usually you have some sort of blip down initially because of a transition in management. We didn't really have much of that. Matter of fact, things have gone better. We've been able to increase rents more rapidly than we thought we would be able to. And our management team, although we had to change all of the office staff, just because they weren't understanding the way we operate, they were kind of stuck in the old ways and not coming on to our way. We were very fortunate in that we got amazing new office staff, a new manager who's got an amazingly optimistic personality, very gung-ho, friendly, open, great with tenants. We're on track to move to a 98% occupancy level, probably by the end of this month, by the end of March. We'll be on that track. If they're not all moved in, they'll be moving in the 1st of April. So by this time next month, I anticipate we'll be in that 97, 98% occupancy range. Now, this property's never seen 97, 98%. It always operated around 90% occupancy. So we underwrote the property with a 10% vacancy factor, given its historical operations. We're going to be able to have blown that out of the water simply by the fact that we've rented up to 98% of our units. Meanwhile, all of those new rentals are happening with new market rents. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm thrilled, to be honest. We're doing much better than I expected, much faster than I expected. And I think, I equate that to we bring, a positive energy to these properties. It's infectious. Our staff sees it, our tenants see it, our management company sees it, and that really helps to, bring all ships rise kind of thing. And we're definitely seeing the benefit from that. So I'm very pleased.